So Andrea, we've talked about a lot of rules on this channel, correct?
Right.
Yeah, we've talked about the rule of 55 that a lot of people found helpful. We've also talked about rules from taking money from your Social Security benefits. We've talked about rules taking money out of your IRAs and 401ks. And today is no different. We're going to talk about one more rule that I think you're going to find very, very interesting. And that is the rule of 72. And why is that so interesting, Andrea? Because the rule of 72, for those of us in the financial industry, we understand this rule very clearly because it will let us know how long it will take your money to double. So if you're interested in understanding how long it will take your money to double, then you're going to want to stay locked into this video today to understand the rule of 72. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And the reason we've created these educational videos is to help to make the difficult and confusing process of retirement planning simple.
Absolutely, Andrea, and we do this by incorporating a team of strategic partners ranging from certified financial analysts, certified financial planners, insurance advisors, estate attorneys, and other needed professionals to help us build a comprehensive and holistic roadmap that's going to let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For specialized strategies on how to maximize your retirement income, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos.
So Andrew, people love money, right?
Right.
Absolutely. We all love money. And we love to see that money grow more than anything else. That's why you have many of us who try to save our money. Some of us try to invest our money. And some of us try to go to Vegas, unfortunately. So when you're trying to grow your money, it is extremely important that you may understand how long it's going to take for your money to reach a certain goal, maybe to double. And so when we're talking about, our clients and how we're looking at positioning them in different financial products, we want to make sure that they have a full understanding that choosing a certain type of product over another is going to cause them to either double their money in a certain period of time less or greater than the other product. And so when you understand that concept and you want to make sure that you're making the right choice for your long-term retirement goals, understanding the rule of 72 is going to make that equation very, very simple. So if you've never heard of this rule, it is a very promising tool that is going to approximate. It's not going to be exact, but it will approximate how long it's going to take for you to double your money, giving a certain interest rate on that money. So in today's short educational video, that's what we're going to cover. But before we do that, like always, there are two rules to retirement income that we always want to give you. And Andrew, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
So let's go ahead and talk about the rule of 72 and how long it may take for you to double your money. Okay, so now let's go ahead and dive into our educational lesson for today about what is the rule of 72. This is going to be a fun lesson for you to learn about the ideals about what it takes to double your money. So just for quick insight, we want to talk about what this rule is. It's basically a simple formula to approximate. It's not going to be exact, but it's to approximate how long it will take for you to double your money. Now, the rule of 72, this is really important to note. The rule of 72 only applies to cases with compound interest. It does not apply in simple interest cases. Now, if you don't understand the difference between compound interest versus simple interest, then I certainly encourage you to go and watch our video that we created on this subject so you can get better insight into that as well. The one thing that you're going to want to make sure that is properly correlated, that the more time that you have, the lower the interest rate that you are going to need to reach your retirement goals as far as trying to get it to double during your lifespan. Now, the less time that you have, obviously, the opposite is going to be true, right? So the less time that you have, the more interest that it's going to require for you to reach those same goals. Now, the rule of 72, now this is the ominous side of any type of compound interest or doubling your money. It can also be applied to your debts as well, like credit cards, car loans, student loans, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this may work against you. So today, the average interest rate for most credit cards is around 17.87%. So when we look at the rule of 72, as we apply it to the debt that you may owe on your credit cards, basically they take 72 and divide it by that interest rate, and it tells you how many years it will take for that company to double its money off of you. So that's excellent, right? I mean, gosh, wouldn't it be nice for us to be able to have an interest rate like this for our own money? That would be really, really nice if the banks were offering rates like this. So just to break it down, the equation for the rule of 72 is simply taking 72 and dividing it by whatever interest rate that you're going to be receiving or perceived to be receiving. So just keep that in mind. This is the easy, simple equation that you can utilize to kind of think about what type of plan or product you may be more inclined to do in order to achieve your own personal retirement goals. So what I want to do here is just take a look at this simple chart as we look at our initial deposit and our value. We're going to look at the interest rate. We're going to look at how long it's going to take for those dollars to double. And we're going to also just, point out some common products that may be aligned with that particular interest rate. Now, we're going to look at our initial deposit of $5,000, and we want to know how long it's going to take for it to get to $10,000. Now, in this video, this is just going to be our common denominator throughout each scenario. So let's take a look at this. Let's just say you were going to get 1% on this $5,000 that you deposit somewhere. It will, of course, by utilizing the rule of 72, take you 72 years for that money to double. Now, where could this actually happen? Well, surprisingly, it's in places that we all have some of our money in banks. So you can look at this type of rate on CDs or money market accounts or high yield savings accounts. And so unless you have an immediate need for this money to pay for something that is going to be short term, it may be ill-advised to keep a lot of money sitting inside of any type of product that's only going to yield 1%, knowing that it's going to take you 72 years for that money to double. Now let's take a look at a different interest rate. Let's say 3%. You were looking at something that was still conservative, but you were going to be able to get approximately 3% inside of that particular product. Well, at that point, it's a significant difference. You're talking about now taking only 24 years for your money to double. And you're going to find that type of rate in things like bonds or fixed annuities, things of that nature. That's where you're going to commonly see products where you can achieve that type of interest rate. Now let's take a look at a higher interest rate of 6%. In this case, now we're talking about 12 years for your money to double, and this is going to be more equity based at this point. And that's going to be something conservative. Like I said, we don't give investment advice on this channel, but we like to educate for sure. So if you're going to be looking at equities in a more conservative type, 50-50 portfolio, something of that nature, then if you're trying to achieve an interest rate of about 6%, it's going to be more conservative. But at that point, you can foreseeably, hypothetically, of course, double your money every 12 years or so. Now, let's say we're really going for it and we're perceiving an interest rate of 12%. If we're looking at that, we can literally double our money every 6 years at that point. Now, we're going to still be looking at something that's going to be equity based when you do that, but it's going to be much more aggressive when you're trying to achieve this type of return for your overall portfolio. Of course, hypothetically, if you're able to achieve that, you would double your money every 6 years or so. So let's go ahead and go a little bit deeper. Let's say you start saving at age 25. You're out of college and now you just got your first job and you're starting to save. And in America today, the average life expectancy is age 79. So when we're looking at the first scenario here, you would never see your money double foreseeably in your lifespan if that money stayed there. If you are trying to be a little bit more aggressive on trying to achieve a little bit more return by going to things like annuities or bonds, then you would at least, in this scenario, in this hypothetical video today, you would at least see your money double a couple of times in your lifespan. Of course, if you were getting a little bit more interest, we're talking about 4.5 times when you're looking at this 6% interest rate scenario. And of course, if we're talking about achieving this type of interest on your money, We're talking about being able to double those dollars every 9 years approximately. So that's a huge difference. When you're talking about something very conservative to something very aggressive when it comes to your money, 3% versus 12, we're talking about the difference of that money in your lifespan being $20,000 versus being over $1.2 million hypothetically. So that is a huge difference there. So no matter what your situation may be, we always ask that you consult with a financial advisor or a tax advisor concerning your individual needs. And if you see this nice little Starbucks emblem here, we would love to speak with you about any and all of your retirement concerns if you do not have a financial advisor or just seek to have a second opinion. And when we do speak with you, simply ask us how your next cup of Starbucks coffee can be on us. So I really hope that this video gave you some insight into how you should understand the rule of 72 as it relates to doubling your money. Please understand that we make these videos for educational purposes only, and that you should always consult with your own individual financial advisor or tax advisor concerning your unique retirement needs. We would also like to encourage you to become one of our high-value clients by simply clicking on the link below. Now, for more information concerning this topic and any other topics that we've covered on our past videos, please feel free to leave any questions or comments in the section below.
To learn more about our services and how we can help to increase your chances of not outliving your retirement savings, make sure to click on the link in the description below and sign up for our free Maximizing Your Retirement Income Masterclass. Also, after this video, check out our other videos that we've created that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.